Cool.
Yeah, hey, we're on.
Hey. So
we need to just pull up Twitch somewhere so we can see the chat.
We just wanted to change it up a little bit and get real intimate. With you.
Super
Like,
into it.
if you guys wanted to feel like, hey, cool. We're gonna let our computer cool down a little bit. But we've got so many people watching, we didn't want you guys to watch a blank screen while we do that. So we figured we would do a little just questions, just at free-form Q&A.
They call them AMAs.
Yeah, so if anybody in chat out there wants to give us any questions, it's something you want to talk about, whether that's Pokemon or Pokemon.
Mostly Pokemon.
Or
maybe not Pokemon.
Maybe Pokemon. Hit us up. And we're going to troubleshoot our video bitrate in real time because we are consummate professionals.
That should help.
Yeah, turn this computer a little bit. I want to see my face. I too want to be part of this.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, there we go. You can set that mod computer down if you want.
There you go.
Hey, cool. So, how's everybody liking us being in your personal space?
Because we're right up in your bubble now.
Yeah.
I was like in the heat of being the naughtiest goose.
Yeah.
It's my goose boner.
So
Don't ever say that.
So let's talk about, we're about halfway through, and our bitrate still sucks.
We just hit the half rate.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
2 minutes past.
What else can we do here?
Just set it way low. If you go back to the output.
Output.
Yep. And we'll just drop that to like 15.
Oh, we probably also 5. We probably also don't need to be doing 60 FPS either.
Where are we at?
Okay. Okay.
Hey, that'll help.
Cool. We'll ease the. It's grainy, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
How you guys feeling? We're halfway through.
I feel great.
How do you feel? You've been doing
you're
this
the one
since
who's
8
been
a.m.
going the whole time.
I feel pretty good.
Good.
I think I rolled
this is my first Natter day. So
There you go. Yeah.
Well, not
One
first,
Natter day
first
down.
not last.
Yeah.
my first ever Natter day.
I mean, for me, I rolled in at like 10:15, and you were just, you just wrapped
Just
up a
owning
hard,
Bloodborne.
hard stream of Bloodborne. You
Owning
switched
it.
to Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, I did for
You did
like
a little,
5 minutes.
little warm up.
Oh, boy.
Warm up to Super
I
Mario
did.
RPG.
I
with
did
Donkey
Jungle
Kong.
Japes %.
Jungle Japes.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
it was crazy. I was the first ever no death run in Bloodborne.
The very first ever?
Yeah, the very
Pretty good.
Is
first.
that recorded?
It did. Was it recorded?
Yeah. Well, the Guinness wouldn't call me back.
I kept tweeting at him.
Yeah.
He kept saying "you up," and
We
then he
only-
wouldn't respond
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, it was the handicap was 16 deaths.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, that's what it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
They were certainly, the chat was counting the deaths.
Evan specifically.
Oh, Evan specifically.
Yeah.
I know that
Oh, okay.
there was a
'Cause he's a son
question
of a
later.
bitch.
Someone came in and asked how many there had been, and it was nice of Patrick to chime right in and say, "I think
Yeah.
the count was 16."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't get away on that one.
Yeah. So what was your favorite game we played so far?
Man, I forgot how much I loved Super Mario RPG.
Did you? Did you forget?
I mean, and that's
Did
saying,
you? Did you
that's-
forget, or have you just not experienced that love in a while?
Well, little column A, little column B.
Got it, yeah.
I just forgot how enjoyable that game was, and how I definitely didn't know, like, what I was doing as a child when I played it. And now going back, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like, we found another shopkeeper that sold things for frog coins that are like game breaking.
yeah, we did do
like,
that.
this gives you double experience.
Yeah.
What?
That was interesting.
What?
I always forget that game doesn't hold up very well.
I honestly, as somebody who had never seen it before, I felt like it held up
why are you
the way
pretty
that you
well.
are?
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
Matt, but I'm going to go back to what Andrew said.
I hate everything
Because
you
what
are
Andrew
and who
did
you
was,
choose to be.
what Andrew did was, he said, "What's been your favorite thing you've experienced today?" And then I said my favorite thing,
And then he
said,
shit all over
and
it.
he said, "Oh, I forgot how much I hated the thing that you like." Puh. That's him spitting
Got
at
it.
me.
Got it.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
What's your favorite thing today?
I think
Matt,
Hevo
what's
is-
your favorite thing today?
Smash.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
definitely Smash.
So what's the next thing we want to talk about?
I was gonna say Heave Ho was really fun to watch.
Yeah,
Evo
Evo
was
was a lot of fun to watch.
That was like a kind of crazy nightmare.
Yeah. I did not play that one very much. I handed that one off quickly.
That is the kind of game that I had watched a Let's Play of, and then I was like, oh, this seems really, really interesting, and then we picked it up, and that one night that us three and then our buddy Dan played, we
Oh,
played
boy.
until our fingers literally hurt,
Yeah,
because we didn't
really,
have
really
the little
did.
covers
Yeah,
on.
because we had the little.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of
Not great.
crazy to be like, this game is so stupid in its physics, it's so simple, and it's so much fun to just be a little grippy hand man.
Yeah.
Little grippy hand man.
That was my bluegrass band in high school.
Little grippy
Patrick's
hand
saying
man.
Matt's favorite thing is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's talk about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Let's not talk
So,
about Kingdom
okay,
Hearts 3.
so we did a Twitter poll.
I would rather sit here and look at the wall.
We did a Twitter
and talk
poll,
about Kingdom
and
I'm gonna go get a Natterday. Do you
There
want one,
were-
Matt?
Yes, please.
there were 4 options. It was Alien Isolation,
Which I wanted. Very
Persona
much.
5.
Which I
which-
really didn't want.
No, I think would have been worse.
Yeah.
And then Link to the Past, which I
Would've
would
been okay.
Yeah, that's like probably my favorite.
I would say Alien Isolation, Link to the Past, Kingdom Hearts 3, Persona 5.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would agree with that order. And yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 won pretty much with a resounding victory. Now I voted for Alien Isolation, and you did. I am pretty sure that Brad skewed the votes.
I'm sure that he did, because I know that my mother also voted for Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Those are probably the 3
Sucks real
there.
bad.
So yeah, so that won the Twitter poll. So we're gonna do that about. I think it's either 2 or 4, which is gonna be just a nightmare.
The Devil's Hour.
Yeah.
The Devil's Hour. It's
Yeah.
we're doing Night Trap, which is gonna be really fun.
I'm
What?
super
Okay.
excited for that.
What is Night Trap? I don't know what Night
you
Trap
should
is.
stick around for that.
Yeah,
What time is that?
It's midnight.
midnight.
I'll stick around for a little bit of that.
All right, we'll take a little
My-
bit.
my dude
'Cause
Tommy
once,
will
once
be
you
in
see
yet.
a little bit, you're gonna be a lot of bit.
It's gonna be.
You're gonna want
wanna
to stay for all of it.
because it's got real Bandersnatch energy. It's like a choose
It's
your own
got
adventure.
RBE.
Yep.
Yep.
Real
Yes.
Bandersnatch energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That big Bandersnatch.
That
energy.
big.
It's like a
BBE. Huh?
It's like a choose your own adventure, but it's really hard because it was made in 1994, and it's like really like fiddly. So like you don't know what choices, like you have to make a choice, but it's not very clear what you have to do.
Right.
So there's just a lot of like dying and retrying
Yeah,
and retrying.
to quote Patrick from the chat, Night Trap is such an interesting product of technology.
It is really ahead of its time.
Patrick's
Yeah.
familiar with. Is everyone on Earth familiar with Night Trap except for me? Is
It's
that
pretty
what this is?
notorious. It
Yeah.
is the reason why the ESRB exists.
Remember
Yes.
you saying that.
Yeah.
A combination of Night Trap and Mortal Kombat.
Can I on the live stream eat peppers and hummus?
I mean, we've been doing it all
Okay.
goddamn day.
we
so.
super have. Chew into that
Yeah.
microphone though.
Yeah, and get that. Oh yeah, make a clip of that later.
This is where we talk about video games and comic books.
The capture. Oh, the capture.
Oh baby.
This is an ASMR podcast now.
So we haven't said it in a minute, so let's go ahead and say that the reason we're doing this 24-hour live stream is for the Extra Life charity. This is like Extra Life
Yeah.
Gaming Day on November 2nd. So it's not just us. There are bunches and bunches and bunches of streamers who are all doing this charity live stream, whether it's 24 hours, whether it's just a couple hours, whatever. So we are doing this to raise money for Extra Life, which raises money for the Children's Miracle Network, and then we donate that to the local Children's Miracle Network hospital, which for us is Nationwide Children's Hospital.
Yeah, so let me just take another minute. We did this a little bit ago, but this bears repeating. I want a special thank you to everybody who donated: Ann Moad, Shay Scott, Tommy Raymundi, David Prevo, Joe Rodella, Patrick Conley, Derek Harper,
Connor Kuhn.
Connor Kuhn, thank you, Nate Kessler, the boys from Left Trigger, Right Trigger podcast. Thank you all so very, very much. Please, anyone else who's listening, if you haven't already, take a look at our description below. The link is also in the bio.
I'm gonna read it. Where's
it's
the
a
bit link?
It's the bit.ly link.
I'm gonna read it.
It's just people can see it. It's
But I
just in
wanna
the
read
thing.
it. But I want to read it.
Stop it.
All right,
Stop
fine.
it.
Fine.
Stop it.
I don't like that. That was bad. That was a bad moment. Mom and Dad arguing on live stream. That never feels good.
Yeah, and then, if you found this stream for any other reason, we are Debate This Cast. We are a podcast about comic books and video games that also includes this other guy. His name is Kyle, and he lives in Colorado, and he was too lame to fly out here for the 24-hour
Oh, I
live
was
stream.
going to say he was a real champ for
Yeah, he was
2
too.
hours
Yeah.
straight playing
played auto chess.
Dota's auto chess.
Which is just impossible to understand.
I don't.
Yeah.
I watched it for 2 hours, and
God.
I think I had said it like when there are video games that happen, and I consider them pretty decent at video games. When I watch a video game for 2 straight hours, and I still think I don't understand. I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But like Kyle's talking about, the meta of this and how it works, and I think I'm afraid, and I respect him for handling that and like so nonchalant, being like, well, there's updates to this. and you want to do it this way, and this is how this worked, and I do not understand it.
Yeah, it was super overwhelming. Like I watch a lot of Overwatch, I watch a lot of like pro level Smash, I watch a lot of Elite gaming, and like MOBAs like that, like Dota and like LoL, just like overwhelm the hell out of me. And to see that in auto chess form seemed somehow worse.
Yeah,
Absolutely insane.
At one point, there was so much like frantic mess on the screen that I think I literally said to Matt, I'm like, there's so much happening, I do not know what to look at. Which is funny because then when we played Ultimate Alliance 3, we're like, oh, like there's almost as much happening here as there was on Dota's Auto Chess.
Question from Patrick FM Wiggles. Anyone excited for Overwatch 2?
Me, this guy, I'm very much excited.
You are.
I watched the trailer last night.
It's not.
I won't lie, I teared up a little bit. It's a very sweet trailer. I really, really love Overwatch, and I say that as someone who has literally never played a game of Overwatch.
Ooh, me too.
Yeah, although I watch a lot, and I have a friend who has promised to teach me how to play. So I was going to get it for the Switch, and then they announced Overwatch 2 and said that was coming to Switch at release. So probably just going to hold off till Overwatch 2. So I have some hope of climbing over the massive learning curve that Overwatch has.
Sure.
But yes, I'm stoked for Overwatch 2. New heroes look cool. Having a PvE mode is really exciting. Gives it a little bit something other than that, like, battle royale is the wrong word, but that like hero-based team shooter. The most hero-based team shooter I play is Splatoon, and I suck at it, but I really enjoy it. So I'm really excited to play Overwatch 2.
Nice.
It looks great.
I played Overwatch one time during a free trial weekend, and I really liked it. It's just the way that I feel about a lot of those games is I missed the curve.
Yeah. Yep.
And just,
What? Okay, so here's my question.
It's easy to feel alienated from it.
So, like, for someone who's never played Overwatch,
Sure.
what is the sell of, like, making me want to get into this now?
Right. Okay. So,
a good
do
question.
you like first-person shooter games?
I worshipped the first 3 Halos.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. So, Overwatch is a type of game that like has similar energy to something like Fortnite, but without the overwhelming of like there are 100 players against me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like TF2 or TF1, where you drop in with like 5 other people and you take on 5 other people. The thing with Overwatch is that it was one of the first big like hero team shooters.
Yes.
So there are 30-ish, I don't remember the exact number, but there are a bunch of heroes. Each hero has different abilities, and there are like there's tank, there's DPS, there's healer, there are all of those different classes. And you drop in as a team, and there are a couple of different game modes, but like payload is I think sort of the most
single
famous
flag
Overwatch.
CTF.
Yeah. So that's the big draw of the game itself. If those things interest you, I think that Overwatch does it better than pretty much any other game.
Okay.
If those mechanics don't interest you, there's nothing in Overwatch for you.
Did either of you two play Monday Night Combat?
Well, I did because
Yeah,
we played it when we lived together.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with Monday Night Combat.
I'm not.
It was an Xbox 360 game, I think.
I think it was Xbox and PlayStation 3. Yeah, it was just an Xbox. It was like an Xbox Live Arcade game.
Yeah. And it sounds as though that runs similar to that, where like you had your hero. Those were very like archetypes. You know, here's your 6 options, but they each had their own ability and power.
Yep.
So in that sense, that sounds better. That's a better sell on it than what I've thought before. I will say, I too am horrified of the mountain of learning curve.
Yeah.
That is the thing that I think when I learned League of Legends so long ago and then stopped playing that kept me from going back. The impossible learning curve of catching up and the toxic community.
Yeah.
And so I imagine Overwatch being a first-person shooter doesn't quite deal with that because you're not like, you know, you're set with 5 people and you're not trapped in a chat conversation with 40 minutes of these garbage humans.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, from what I know about the Overwatch community, which admittedly is not much because I haven't spent as much time, like, within it, it's less toxic. Well, okay, there's no community more toxic than the LoL community.
It's very toxic.
I'll put that out there on the internet, and because I have had people in the LoL community tell me that there's nothing more toxic.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't think that they're as toxic as LoL. I would doubt that the Overwatch community is as toxic as the Smash community, which is also very toxic.
Yeah.
But I don't know that for sure because I haven't spent a ton of time in it. But it is, I think, a little bit like the game itself operates at a lower risk than LoL does because if you get in the fray, you get killed, you just respawn back at the start of the map, and you can run
You
back
don't
in.
have to like. It's not all about that momentum.
Yeah,
which
so,
which
like-
makes LoL just so impossible.
Exactly. So to find that, like, to get up to that elite level, to play at a high level, the learning curve is impossible, but you can still at least enjoy playing the game as a lower level player if you understand how that type of game works.
Cool.
I think we don't need to do this now, but at some point we need to unpack what your buddy Connor has said in the chat. His results for Fuck, Marry, Kill. I think that just needs to be unpacked at some point. Not that we need to do it now.
What did he say?
You know, let's just say he's having relationships with you. He's killing Matt, and he and I are gonna live happily ever after.
Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. Well, thank you, Connor.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Cool. All right. Well, let's. I think computer's up and running. We're gonna get back to Goose Game. Hang tight just a second. We're gonna flip
Yeah,
sources here.
We're going to blip, but we'll be right back.
Thanks for hanging with us.